Hey, my mate. Okay, yeah, just looks great. I don't know what happened with the other video, but I just redid it for you there quickly. It's looking so good. So that first one you sent me, the side on, I'd say it's almost somewhere in between. It's like you've set up for the little late release, spinny little fairway finder, but then the ball height's a little bit too much, and possibly just added. I don't mind so much, but possibly added just a hair of backtail, but you still released it past the golf ball, so it won't go left, right? So that's good. That second one you sent me from last night from the down the line is just pretty much as pure as we wanted. Okay. Apart from just a hair of length there, okay, that's pretty much our iron swing as well. Just through the back. I mean, I guess from about 8 iron we can go slightly narrower and shorter, but again, the feels and the setup and the swing thoughts will all be the same, which is really exactly what we want, isn't it? So that's really, really cool, right? So a couple of little things here, right? So first thing, the idea of the really connected 3/4 swing with the irons. Please try and do some of those today and send me a video. Okay. You know, the real strength of your game is definitely that leg drive there. Okay. And then the hand action. Okay. So that set there. Okay. And then your natural hit of the golf ball. That I would say is very much the strength of your game, right? So I can't imagine with those two things that you would be above the plane. And I get that you're hitting pulls, but I can't imagine that you'd be above the plane. So what I'm thinking, we'll have to check the video, right? But what I'm thinking is that when you are short and connected, it's probably not quite as short as you think it is, all right? But obviously, over some time, especially with, well, not really, especially drive, all through the back. So we're seeing now way more connection of the arms and the pivot, and then using that wrist set to get the club where we want to. Okay. In the past, we used to see more arm swing wrist set, okay, then shoulder turn, then quite a lot of disconnection of the arms, so independent movement of the arms to finish the backswing, which obviously got a bit long, fair enough, right? But what that means is, okay, what you taught yourself is then quite an aggressive early arm swing to try and get things back in sync and back online, right? Obviously, with all the different clubs, etc., that's inconsistent. Most importantly, what that led to was open face coming into the hitting area, resulting in a flick to square the face, okay? So that's just explaining the journey that we've been on so far. I think you know that, but I just like refreshing it, okay? So what I'm thinking is, now that we are more connected, okay, and we're actually getting to the top, not only better, we're almost getting there but earlier, if that makes sense. There's less independent movements and everything's just happening, sort of getting there quite early. Okay, great leg drive. And then with a really aggressive arm drive, I think that you're on plane, okay, but, all right, you've got still a lot of lag coming into the hitting area. You haven't had time to start releasing that golf club, okay. So that is what I think is happening from how I know your swing and your body movements, and then what you're describing. Okay, so what I think is happening is we're getting there more efficiently with an aggressive arm swing. Okay, we just arrive with a bit too much lag. So obviously that angle of attack will be a little bit steep, even though the club is on plane. Okay, obviously that angle will be a little bit steep. Face is a bit open. So if you react to your target, okay, you have to do that. So obviously you're going to get a slightly lower, almost punchy sort of feel, or maybe even low on the face, little pull. Okay, so again, actually better. Oh, getting there with a bit too much lag. Okay, that's what's causing the angle of attack issue, not swing plane. Okay, literally just a little bit too much lag. Okay, but let's check. Let's check it on camera. Okay, but maybe have the feel either of that little press, but I would say with that 3/4 iron swing, just feel like you release that club a little bit earlier. Okay, a little Adam Scott type of, really wide, soft release. Okay, and see what happens from there. Now, that same issue, okay, would certainly cause a couple of fat wedges as well. So that was really where I kind of, spiked my interest a little bit. Okay, so same idea with the wedges, really, really good, really efficient, but just not used to being there. Arrive, little too much lag, body stalls as we try and flick the face, and that would definitely cause a couple of fat wedges. Okay. The other giveaway would be the divots. Okay, so just double check your divots. If you get to practice off grass this evening, if not tomorrow, okay, let's make a point. Okay, I'm just checking our divots, especially if we hit that little lowy left one. Okay, immediately double check. Okay, where's the line of my divot? Okay, if the divot is sort of skinny and thin, then it's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, if the divot itself is fine, sort of width-wise, okay, maybe a hair deep, but the width of that divot is fine, and it's a little bit left of target, then okay, sure, then we are coming over the top a little bit. Right. I just can't see that with your swing plane, body movements, and shoulder planes. I just can't see that happening. Okay, but obviously it's golf. I mean, anything's possible in this game. But I'm explaining what I think it is versus how I know you, how I know your golf swing, and what you're describing to me. All right, but let's make sure. So video, definitely, and then let's check those divots. All right, and then let's go. Okay, exactly what is it? Because we know club position, swing position wise, whatever, it's the right move. We know that. We can see that. Okay, we've started to see the results of that. All right. So we know it's correct. So let's just make sure that when we're doing this move so much more correctly, okay, obviously the bad shots are a lot better, but we still want the good shots to be good as well, and flush and on line. We want control of that club head and control of that golf ball. All right, so do that for me, and let's have a chat, and then I'm going to just document your practice session for tonight. Okay, but it's going to be just a little bit of repetition, okay, no more than sort of a round of some technical stuff, and then just some feel, target practice, a little bit of tempo and length control, okay, just all what we need on the golf course, okay, just feel-based, reaction-based. The only thing I want you to do, and we must make a decision together, please, driver, okay, so a little cool drill I've got for you for your practice and particularly for the driver. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to have driver 7-9 and pitching wedge. Okay, and what I want you to do is, okay, I want you to hit a 7-9, so our normal 7-9 stance. Okay, just a normal 90% straight 7-9. Okay, and then hit driver with that thing teed up low, just sort of quarter of the ball above the crown of the driver. Okay, same swing, same length, same tempo, same body position, same release. Okay, and hit that little slider bullet. All right, and then I want you to hit a pitching wedge. Obviously fairly narrow stance, but ball position quite far forward. Okay, now this is also going to promote that wider release, so really we'll learn a lot from this. Okay, and just hit a big high floating pitching wedge. Okay, even if it only goes 110, 150 meters, don't worry about it. Okay, a little bit of back tilt, early release, get that pitching wedge right up in the air. Okay, let's say we're in the first cut of rough and we're trying to stop it to a front flag, something like that. So we're literally trying to get this thing coming down with ice on it. Okay, and then immediately after that, a driver. Okay, with the ball teed up, tiny bit of back tilt, release that thing, get it up in the air. Okay, so that's 4 reps, so it's 7-9, okay, mimic 7-9 swing with the teed down driver, okay, big high pitching wedge, full swing, okay, and then hang back and release a driver, okay, and we just go kind of with 3 or 4 rounds of that, just switching in between, okay. I want to see how comfortable you are releasing now and letting that driver go up in the air with a little bit less spin. a little bit of back tilt, a little earlier release. Okay, I want you to learn something about your low point and your release point with your wedges as well. Okay, and then just tactically, we're going to decide between the drivers where and how many we're going to use of each driver technique. Okay, just quickly, last little thing. Okay, do not force a 3-wood. Okay, all that's going to happen is a little bit long, out of sync. Okay, too far inside, stall and flick. Okay, we don't do that. We don't do that. Rather hit a spinny driver, okay, or tee that 3-wood up and hit it like a driver. So don't hit a 3-wood. Hit a driver with a 3-wood. Okay, your ball speeds with the driver and the 3-wood shouldn't be that far off. Okay, so if you hang back, aim right edge, let's say try and hit it in the right hand bunker or the right hand next to the green with the ball teed up and a touch of back tilt, and you try a little up on that 3-wood, okay, then you might get a bit of draw, but the ball speed should be up. Okay, it should take the ball speed up and the spin rate down a little bit, right? I don't think that's a shot option for us right now that we can really rely on. Okay, so go the other route and hit a spinny driver. That should, your big, hard drawing 3-wood and a spinny driver should really go the same distance. Okay, it should go very similar distance. Okay, anyway, I'll document some of that stuff for you and get it to you before, or this afternoon before you practice. Okay, but let me know about those couple of little things, and then obviously we'll chat. Remember to check those divots either tonight or tomorrow. Okay, thanks my mate, I'll talk to you soon.